Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. Today I will be talking over some modded Terraria, just starting a playthrough. I thought it would be a good time. Sorry I've not been uploading anything for a long time, but I've been rather busy and it's honestly quite difficult to find the enthusiasm to record videos as a small channel with the few subscribers. I've actually got the live subscriber count down at the bottom left. Yeah, it's just hard to find the enthusiasm to record because just you don't get that many views, but you have to keep just putting stuff out to get yourself seen. So I thought I would start another playthrough. I reckon I will play this most of the way through, but I will have to go back to school at some point. And when we do that, I will have a lot less time to record. So I'm playing with a host of mods, most of the popular ones. So I've got Calamity, most notably. And if you don't know Terraria or don't know the mods, Calamity is pretty much the biggest mod that's available. It's fan base, so it's not by the original people, but it's supported by them, and they're quite close, and a lot of the stuff from Calamity eventually makes it over to the main game. It adds a ton more bosses, just fleshes out the whole game all the way through, and just fills in any gaps in the playthroughs that you usually find. So the start of the game is pretty much the same. If you don't know the game, I'll just be explaining it as I go, so you won't feel too left out. Just collect a bunch of wood so I can start building a house, collecting some really basic resources. It's quite similar to Minecraft in that aspect, where you're collecting a lot of wood to start, but they are rather different games. Minecraft's obviously mostly mining, but a lot of it is mining, whereas this game differs from that because you don't spend a ton of time mining. It kind of alters from you being quite powerful, so you can take down any enemies, to you being really weak again just by scaling health of the next bosses and stuff. So first, I'm going to be using the stuff you get in the starter bag from Calamity. Just kind of boost you a little bit past the quite boring early game. So I will be just amassing a bit of resources. I'll probably go mining straight away to get better tools. So this is the guide. So here they're randomly given a name. This is Tanner, and if you walk up to him, you can click on him like any of the other NPCs, and you'll get a text box, and they'll greet you or say something. And the guide is different because he has this help box, this help button, and if you press that, he'll give you a bunch of random tips to get you started. You can close it, or you can go to crafting. And this is actually really helpful early game, or if you aren't familiar with the game. If I take my wood and I put it here, he'll show me everything that I can craft with it. This is just everything you can use wood for in the game. It's just really helpful if you find something and don't know what to use it for. As I said, I think I'm going to go mining straight away. I collect up a little bit more wood and start crafting some gear. Okay, so I'm going to start heading down and doing some mining. So I'll put on these potions that you start with and head down. You can usually find a lot of loot to help with the 2 potions you get from the Calamity starter bag. Be really helpful to get yourself started rather than a quite slow start that's in the base game. won't be a lot to say here, so I think I will just cut to when I've anything interesting to say. Okay, so I've just done a decent amount of off-camera mining. I've amassed a good amount of all of the things I will need to start this playthrough. So I would recommend, firstly, if any of you guys want to follow along, you need an anvil as soon as possible and a furnace. They are your two key crafting things, as well as this crafting bench. Looks like we're going to get attacked by zombies if it's nighttime. As I said, you switch between being like quite powerful in the world to being really weak and an easy target. At the start, you are about as easy of a target as you can be. Anything pretty much can kill you if you're not careful. So yeah, you just want to be super careful what you do. And I'm gonna craft up all my bars. And start putting them into chests. Stuff. So I'm just going to finish crafting the rest of my bars. And put them into this chest, just for easy storage. So, next I'm going to want to get... I'm not sure which class I want to play at the start. I think I'm going to do kind of a blend of different classes first. I've got the Calamity guide open. I'll link that in the description. And it is saying that first we need to collect up all of the resources that we've got. I'll just read up on this because this might take a while, so I will cut again and come back when I've got a bit more information. So, pretty much everything is saying I need to head straight to the dungeon. No, not the dungeon. The underground jungle. And so I'm going to go there first, and we'll just finish putting away everything that I don't need into chests. Because it's just filling up my inventory uselessly. And I think that is everything. I'll just carry some stuff on me. So the jungle is usually to the right. I think it might always be to the right, but I'm not sure. I think it depends. It can either be right or left, and then that decides other biomes. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's how it works. But we will head across and try and find the jungle and get some early game loot, which will help us fight the first few bosses. Calamity adds a boss before the normal first boss of Terraria, which is the Eye of Cthulhu. So Calamity adds one called the Desert Scourge, and that is for here in the desert. And it's just like a normal worm boss, so Terraria actually has quite a few of those. Calamity adds even more. So I will be building a big platform in the sky to fight that from. We'll probably start off as a ranger, because that helps with that fight. So underneath this, you might have just noticed big pools of water. That is the mini boss has spawned. Somewhere down here. So... this will probably take a while. I'm just going to jump I've actually just been killed by this because I got teamed on by a bunch of different things at once. So hopefully if we're really quick we can get over there fast enough, but I would be surprised. It's really annoying because they actually drop a bunch of the stuff you need to make the earliest armor set, which would have been a really helpful start. So I'll see if I can run across there and see if it's still here. It seems to have gone already. Yeah. That's annoying. Well, hopefully another one spawns so we can get that armor. It also gives you a few starter weapons, which can be really helpful. But it looks like we won't be getting those straight away. So yeah, as you can see, we're just really weak to everything. It's just running away and trying to kill it before it gets to us. Aha, so these things, anything called Wolfram something, will be also key to a different armor set. So we could maybe try and get that first. And come back and fight stuff in the desert. A Wolfram Gyrator. So we'll just try and fight off all of this stuff. This may be quite a dull video because the start is always quite slow because you're so weak. So feel free to just skip ahead a bit until something interesting happens. Okay, so we've got a Wolfram battery, so that increases our summoning damage, which is good. That'll make our squirrel a bit better. Collecting some cactus because we can actually make some armor out of that, which is okay, but it's not really that good. And as you can see, a couple of things have got presents, and you can open them for stuff like Christmas-themed things, and that's because it's Christmas when I'm filming this, so the game is in Christmas mode. Rope. Yes. So hopefully we start to see the jungle soon. It's a medium world, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I didn't feel like a small world was quite big enough. I usually find I kind of run out of space on those. The biomes are all too close together. So I went with a medium this time, but a large is definitely too big for a single player world. It'll just take you too long to travel everywhere. So we've come across the Crimson. So every world, if you aren't aware, has an evil in it. And so I always go for Crimson because I feel it's just the best of the two. So you can also have Corruption, which is dark and purple. This one's red. But this usually is quite... What's happening? Yeah, usually you'd just be killed here, so I'm going to try and make my way through. If not, then we could be in some trouble. Yeah, I feel like I might get killed here in a second. I've actually run out of my speed potion. If we're lucky, nothing else will spawn in front of us and we can just run through. These thorns are really bad at the early game because you have no defense, so you just get killed. Really stuff. Yeah, so there's some things that need to get me now. Keep ahead of that. So this here, the Perforator Cyst, that's used later on to summon one of the bosses. So avoid that right now, because I'm going to something get myself this flying. Yeah, that's probably the case. There's two. Yeah, I need to get out of here ASAP. This is bad. I might have a chance. Yeah, I think I can do this. That's better. Just in time to avoid that large slime who's going to kill us. So if anyone's watching this and they've never played Terraria, I would highly recommend it. It's a great game. It's got a lot of replay value because you can do challenges like just playing as one class or doing it without armor. So there's a lot of stuff like that on YouTube. You should go and watch it. It's really good. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. I've played it for a long time. I wouldn't say I'm that good though. And there's lots of different difficulties you can play on. So currently I'm on expert mode, which may seem like I'm quite good, but it's just the normal mode isn't really played very much. It's just a bit too easy, some people find. There we go. Yeah, and I always play on expert mode because it's the first one you start to get bonus loot. There's loot you can only get in expert mode that you can't get in normal mode. So I almost always play. So here we are. We found the jungle. Try and get underground. We can start getting some loot for a new weapon, I think we're going for, called the Belladonna Staff, which is just a decent early game summon. well, I will stop recording for now, and I'll get back to you when I get into the jungle properly. So, I'm having no luck getting to the jungle, so I thought I'd come back here and farm some stuff for some other gear. And it's going okay, so I thought I'd bring you guys up to speed. I got a helmet and from pieces, and that's given me an extra summon. So I'm just using that to farm up some of these pieces. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. I'll continue doing this. Back to next time I might do some off stuff. Thanks for watching.